Hello, and welcome to Enlightened Affluence. I'm your host, Candra, and welcome back to the channel. So basically, my channel is about entrepreneurship, like different resources and what you can find that are out there that your company may need. But also, this channel is for knowing what's out there. You may be trying to find your footing into what you want to do for your future. You may have a dream. How do I put it together? Can I really do this? Can I make a living off of this? This channel is the resource for you. So if you need assistance with anything that my company, CK Lewis LLC, can do for you, you'll definitely see my links in the bottom of this memo. So today we have the president of Consort Solutions Group. Her name is Montella Alston. How you doing?
Great. Thanks for having me.
I'm so glad you could make the time today. And your company is like very interesting. It's very intricate. So tell us a little bit about like what you do.
Sure. Yes. So, Mike, I basically help businesses transform and scale their companies through digitization. So, basically, by implementing software solutions, tools, optimizing workflow processes. So, really helping to streamline so that you can maximize your profits and be able to compete in the global marketplace. So we also help develop training strategies and I mean, the goal is really to increase profits by maximizing revenue and lowering costs. So I've primarily worked with large enterprises, but more recent, I've been making a shift so that I can begin to help, small to medium sized businesses as well.
Okay. Yes, that was one of my questions. Because when I saw what you did, I said like technology is huge, huge, especially when you are trying to, first of all, there's so much out there and it can be very, very overwhelming when you're doing that research on your own. So how do you get your clients to be a little bit more comfortable with, some people fear technology. They're like, I'm gonna be out of a job,
Yes.
How do you get them comfortable with knowing that this is actually helping?
Right. So, yeah, no, I think that's a great point. I think that's where I sort of have found my why in this crazy industry because you're right, technology can be so overwhelming. But, even on my larger implementations, I mean, whenever you have to do any type of changes, such as, learning new tools, or changing anything with their workflow, folks really get stressed. Like it's really a difficult transition. So I just try to bring the personal touch and understand that technology can be your friend if it's utilized correctly. So oftentimes larger companies are able to make those investments. As I'm moving into more of the smaller markets, I'm realizing that the resources may not necessarily be there, or folks don't think that they're there, but at the end of the day you still have to perform those tasks. So why not figure out ways to best figure out the right tools, because a lot of us are already doing it. I mean, if whether it's manual processes, like I've been focusing on around CRM, which is like customer relationship management software. A lot of folks are doing these things manual. So if you just start to talk about, well, if you start to bring in systems and these tools, what you're already doing, just kind of aligning the two, I think it starts to take away some of that fear, and then you begin to realize the real benefits it can bring to your business.
I'm glad you brought up the CRM because I'm going to go back and watch that video. You have your own YouTube channel with your name. So it's Montella Austin. And you have a video where you go into the CRM and you go step by step and you see like how the technology connects and everything, but putting it in that graph and everything. So viewers, if you can check it out, go to her channel and check this thing out because with me trying to put my technology together, I got posted here, posted there, seeing that circle, like all these different places. So you don't miss a lead, you don't miss a customer because the technology is so like it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. But you can miss somebody in all of this. So I definitely want everyone to check that out. But you made that transition. And a lot of us like, I know I'm making a transition. You made that transition from corporate to entrepreneur and you're taking what you've learned and you're helping others with it. what was it that made you say, I'm going to take this leap and I'm going to take all this and I'm going to work for myself?
Well, I have to be honest. I mean, it was mainly driven from necessity, which I think in so many as women, we're juggling all of these things. You know, I was a single mother at the time and I was doing consulting. I was working for a very large, like well-known consulting company at the time. And I was doing projects. I lived in Phoenix. I was flying to New Jersey every week or flying to Seattle on these long-term projects. So I really, after a while, just being just tired and, difficulties at home, I was like, there has to be an easier way. So I decided to kind of go out and find my own projects and kind of, I started my company back in 2007. And, and again, it was basically so that I could kind of select my own projects. Um, I mean, it still kind of I had to go to a market that kind of allowed me to stay local and not have to do so much traveling. But basically, that's why I decided to go out on my own. And it's always been, which is where I am now. I'm actually just trying to more be the advisor and then bring in others and teach others underneath me so that they can kind of go out and do the projects because it has offered a lot of flexibility to me, this career choice. But again, I think just being able to be a little bit more in control over the type of projects that I took on, so that I could be, be there for my family.
Nice. Yeah, and that's a whole nother thing of being a single parent. Because
Mhm.
I'm too a single parent, and it's like you're trying to be there, and especially when you want them to be focused, you want them to be
Yeah.
focused, and you still need that parent time. But when you're the only, you're bringing in the
Yeah.
money, you're bringing in the education, you're bringing in, the spirit, you're bringing in all these different things. It can be overwhelming. So here you
Yes.
are, you're building this company, which is needed, and then you have family over here, which is needed. And in between, there's life.
Yes.
When all of that's going on and you're building this company, how did you stick to it? What was it that drove you to stick to it?
I mean, I do enjoy. I think again, I had to connect with that why I continued in this line of work. Overall, I think I like to design. I like to. I'm a problem solver. So I knew it was the right fit for me. But I mean, there are times when because it's technology is a very male dominated industry. You definitely don't see very many Black women.
Yeah.
It's starting to be, I mean, you see, uh, like from, there's a lot of Indians, like, and I see more Indian women coming in, but Black women, or it's just, again, very male dominated. So, you just have to kind of figure out your niche and find partners, find people that will support you. I've been able to build a very strong network in what I've done. So once you start to build a reputation, then you automatically people begin to understand what you bring and the value that you bring, and you just start to find that things then start to fall in line. But I mean, this is, I always say this field is not for the weak. It's very demanding, but the flexibility that it offers, I mean, I can work from anywhere, especially with now that COVID has happened.
Yes.
I can work from anywhere, and so that's the real benefit. I'm solving problems, but I can do it, you know, here in a hotel room in the Caribbean.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice. So did you have to do all your research on your own as you were like figuring out how to piece your company together? Did you get a consultant? Did you get like a mentor? Or how did you figure out how to make it come together?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely have had mentors, and maybe so I've met people along the way. The good news about because I have worked for larger companies, so I did kind of along the way meet people who were just really, took an interest in my success. So then I would, take advantage of that relationship and leverage, ask questions, try to learn from, what they did. In terms of my company, I mean, I do bring in partners. I'm one of those that believe I can't do it all. So like I hired a marketing partner because we can't be great at everything. So I'm good at technology, maybe a little accounting on the finance side, but even that, I bring in the experts. And there are times even to help me stay organized, I bring in those virtual assistants, or I've even hired my daughter and given her some to come join the family business
Mhm.
and learn some technical skills, along the way. So but certainly I definitely believe you cannot do it, do it on your own. And certainly you have to balance the financials. And the good news is, because I have that, I usually can get one large contract, so that kind of keeps me afloat, so I can kind of do these other things. But you know but then that poses other challenges, such as time, right? Because that one, usually I'm so consumed on that larger project that I don't necessarily have the time, which is another reason that you want to, look to partners or collaborations with other, small consulting companies, so and so forth. So,
That is important. That's a big deal. That is a, I wish I had had that attitude a few years ago. I have that attitude now. So anyone who watches this video at least will get that. Don't try to go it alone. Get
no,
those key partnerships. You don't have to in-house everything. It's like an investment in you so you can do what you need to do to grow the company and everything. So
absolutely.
like as you're getting your day started, right? You're getting your day started. It's time to get started and get on those projects or go to get new clients and everything. What are your affirmations? What do you do on a daily basis to like start your day and affirm what it is that you're standing in right
Sure. So, well, first of all, I'm very big on staying healthy, getting the proper rest, eating right, working out. I try to get that going in the morning. And then, in my faith, I mean, I'm very, so when we talk about affirmations, I mean, typically, if I know that like this week, I know that I'm stretched. So I already know it's like, you know, affirming, praying, meditating on, the fact that if God brought me to it, he'll bring me through it. So if it's for me, then things will work out. And you can only do so much. You try to do the best that you can, but at the end of the day, I'm a person that has to have balance. Like I can't just go nonstop 24/7. I'm just not productive. I get that brain fog. I have to give myself breaks. But yeah, I mean, again, it depends on, and sometimes things come at you that's, as I mentioned, my job is very demanding. You're dealing with a lot of different strong personalities, and you just, and this too shall pass. I mean, again, I rely very heavily on the scriptures. And I think the one that stands out the most, because, even as much as we try to balance, we try to do all these things to help us, to not go off the deep edge. Sometimes anxiety just comes. It just is.
now?
And, one of my favorite scriptures is, be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer, supplication, and thanksgiving, make your requests known to God. And then I give it over, and, things seem to work out. So um,
That's
that's
it.
kind of how I keep it all intact.
Well, it absolutely looks like it has been working out for you. So with that, that's where we can end it. Okay, because that's the positivity. So what where can people find you? Where's the main place to find you to consult with you? And listen, if you're a larger company, find her. She's gonna give you, we're gonna give you the information, it'll be at the bottom. Also, even if you're a smaller company, go ahead and consult. See what's going on, see what she can do for you. Okay, so where can we reach you?
Sure, yes. So I think my website is the best place, which is um, www.consortsolutions with an S group.com. Sorry, www.consortsolutionsglobal.com. We changed it to global. And yes, and I have a free assessment, a free 30-minute assessment. So definitely for smaller companies, we can get together, have a discussion so that I can understand some of your, what your business and your pain points are. So please, sign up for the free assessment.
Right, awesome. I will definitely put that information below. Montella, I so appreciate you coming on. I definitely want to have you on again, especially when I start doing my lives and everything. We can like have a live and maybe get some Q&As in there and everything. Okay.
Yes, that'll be wonderful. Thank you for having me.
You too. Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.